Welcome to Season 4, Episode 8 of the 5-Minute LinkedIn Marketer. My name is Karen Hollenbach, and today we're going to take a bit of a look at LinkedIn groups. Specifically, how to decide if creating a LinkedIn group is right for your organization's LinkedIn strategy. Now, it's my experience that every 2 to 3 months, someone within my community will approach me to discuss their plans and questions related to either setting up a LinkedIn group, reactivating a dormant group, or developing a stronger game plan for their LinkedIn group. So I'm going to share some examples with you today to help you think about how you might use an existing LinkedIn group better, or how you might approach setting one up. So it all starts with a strategy, and I think you need to consider, where does the LinkedIn group fit in regards to what you're trying to achieve with your organization's LinkedIn presence? So there's really 4 dimensions that I'm going to cover off for LinkedIn groups and how I think you can navigate them. So the first one is building community. So having a LinkedIn group is a great opportunity to build community. So it's commonly used by organizations who run training programs or potentially have regular clients, or even alumni do approach the use of a LinkedIn group for particular niches within their tertiary educational institution. So building community is number 1. Gating content is another one, and this is actually how I use my LinkedIn group. So I have a Think Bespoke VIP forum, and when I see a new release or something happen, or just interesting news or an interesting tidbit, I will often share it within my LinkedIn group. And my LinkedIn group is dedicated to people within my community who are clients, advocates, referrers. So I don't necessarily want to educate everyone on LinkedIn. I'm wanting to keep people in my group informed. So it's that sort of gated content. And that's one example of how you could gate. You could offer a subscription model where people need to pay for an ongoing access to that group. So that's the second example. The third way that you could use a LinkedIn group is to manage or moderate conversations that you want to have. Now, your strategy for this can be, maybe you've got a series of experts who represent your organization and you're wanting them to lead a discussion in relation to a program that you might be running, or a series that your organization is focused on, or it might be connected to your service offering or what your organization is known for in some way. So that use of sort of managing or moderating conversations. And I'm a big fan of having multiple moderators, and really this idea of rotating the chair. So rotating the person in the group that's leading the conversation. And then finally, the fourth one is simply to add value. So there could be an organization that is a peak body of a member organization for your industry. And as that peak body, you might decide that a great way to bring your members together is to have the LinkedIn group where there are more private conversations. And so use by peak bodies to add value to their members by having this extended forum online on LinkedIn could be a great option for you. Those examples give you lots of ideas that will hopefully spark how you could either use your existing group better, or ways that you might approach setting up a LinkedIn group. However, there are plenty of other ways you can use LinkedIn groups. So in the show notes, I'm going to share some resources for you from Buffer, Hootsuite, HubSpot, and also the LinkedIn group guide. There's a great checklist in there, which is the first resource I point to any of my clients who are thinking about refreshing, reinvigorating, or creating a LinkedIn group. So look out for that in the show notes. So if you're thinking about setting up a LinkedIn group, or you're wanting to refresh or reinvigorate a LinkedIn group that maybe you've inherited or that has just been sitting there dormant and you haven't tended to, then the first thing I recommend you do is read through the resources listed. There's some benefits, examples, and also that LinkedIn group guide is a very handy. Page 2, there's a checklist. That's a LinkedIn resource. The other thing to do is to ask around, do your research, see who's using LinkedIn groups well, and also join some LinkedIn groups within your professional community and beyond your professional community and see how they're navigating it and learn from that experience. So all the best with LinkedIn groups. Do check back in, leave a comment or send a message to let me know how you go or if you've got any questions. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review and share this podcast with your friends and colleagues. If you'd like to learn more about how to leverage LinkedIn, I'd love to be your guide. Sign up to my e-insights, my monthly newsletter that's packed with LinkedIn tips, thought starters, and exclusive subscriber offers. If you're just starting out on your LinkedIn journey, I'm so glad you've found me, and I recommend you check out my LinkedIn Profile Essentials online course. If you want to be the go-to for your organization's LinkedIn presence, I recommend you check out my LinkedIn Marketing Mentoring Program.